Marcelo. Fleming winning the throw.
Just wondering, when we were talking about Tim McMillan before the start of the game about the two Middlesbrough lads coming into the side, he said they actually played quite well last week, didn't they? Sheffield, although they conceded, what was it, 4 goals? He felt, and they certainly give it some authority today.
Fleming got particular praise for his handling of Peter Udlove, the former Coventry player. Former Birmingham player too. Carsley. Drops a little bit late from Pearce. Conyage all over Horsfield.
Did well again, Horsfield. Made it hard for Conyage. I felt a bit sorry for Conyage there because he got his starting position in the air, then all of a sudden watch Horsfield, he's backed into him. I actually think he's a bit unlucky to concede that free kick. But Horsfield, that's good centre-forward play, but I'm never giving the centre-half a minute's peace.
It's a long way over Jeff Horsfield to get at a ball.
Particularly when he's moved into him late, like did it ever so well. I mean, good position for them as well now.
Vickers is forward. Eden looking instead for Marcelo, headed away by Breen. Woodhouse. Fleming. Edworthy's headed this time. Fowler. Hughes turning. Joachim running ahead of him. It's a good ball too. Chico has joined in. Joachim waiting for more to arrive. They're waiting too long because Pearce was able to get in a challenge. Fowler. Safri was tumbled. Well, Woodhouse held a hand up there as if to admit to the offence, but it wasn't given. He actually apologised to Safri, but there was no whistle.
He's telling the ref he's wrong now. Surely it was a free kick, ref. Ref's right.
Hughes surviving the handball claims. Fleming clearing. Looking agitated, isn't he, Lee Hughes? Can't quite get into the game in the way that he wants. Edworthy. And towards Carsley, might come for Hughes here. Looking to set up Cheapo, who miscues completely. Credit Eden for making a challenge and making it as difficult for Cheapo as he could, but I'm not sure that it's an excuse that altogether wears. Should have done better, shouldn't he?
Yeah, definitely should have been making the keeper work from there.
So it doesn't help when you look at the league table and see the names of Wolverhampton Wanderers and West Bromwich Albion up there either.
You just wonder, particularly from Birmingham's point of view today, though. I mean, they have looked a very good side today, I think. They've looked organised, people doing the jobs, and you just wonder whether this could be a little kickstart for them, if they see it through.
You never quite know what's going to happen with the Steve Bruce situation, but that High Court decision last week had an air of finality about it. Certainly, I think Mick Mills and Jim Barron know that they're around for a while now. It's not going to be resolved overnight. Just need to get some of those injured players back. Stan Lazaridis from the other side of the world.
This is good. This is the link-up's been terrific at times. You know, they've found the front men, and then the front men have dealt with it. Unfortunately, they've given it away then.
Carsley through to Hughes, but they did push up and catch him.
Sometimes you look at a side and you say, yep. I mean, I was watching Tottenham yesterday, and they look as if they've got a good playing pattern now and everybody knows what they're doing. And looking at the Blues today, that is the most impressive part for me. Everybody looks as if they know what the job is, and they're doing it very, very well.
The two men in charge. Different types of personality. They've been through a lot together just lately, and that unites you.
I wonder if they've got guidelines. I'll have a chat with Jim and Mick and that after the game. Would they have got guidelines about who does exactly what? Whether there's
Take it in turns.
no conflict of interest.
Every other day you get to make the decisions.
Or as if you're playing well, does one manager take the credit? It's about if you're the bad time manager. If you're having a bad time, pal, it's your job.
Yeah, good cop back cop.
He needs a volley, you go and tell him. Not many of them need a volley today, then they play if they, once again, always that big word if they see it through.
You can see how outgoing Jim is, and Mick's a little bit more reserved. Eden just wouldn't quite find a way through to Horsfield. Hughes forward, Joachim rather isolated.
Good job he slipped there, but you can see even there, you know O'Connor was worried about his pace. That's the sort of thing quick players can do. They do give that threat. Even if they're not playing so well, there's always that, I daren't let this fella get in behind me because he's rapid. You see with Joachim, it's going to take some catching up for him. He needs to play games in the first team now.
His white boots have been in scampering mode. Not great for a muddy day, though. Are they Sylvia, are they? Right, fetching. They don't half shift. It's a good header from Joachim this time. He was looking for Carsley.
Oh, he needed a good touch then, and they'd have been in. They were outloading him.
Birmingham City have a play down with a head injury. That's why play is going to be stopped. I think it's Darren Peirce. Little back header from Joachim. And Peirce headed the back of his head. Peirce is back with us. Brazilian born, Portuguese international. I was going to say, look at his passport for his nationality, but that doesn't tell you very much these days either. Eight goals in 11 league appearances for Birmingham City this season. He keeps that rate up in the coming months. They won't be far away. Edworthy. Headed down by Vickers under pressure. Burrows running into trouble. Granger.
Oh, that's a great spot. Oh, I don't
Flags up
know.
against Horsfield.
I don't know. It's a great spotter's badge there from Granger.
Advantage has been played. Safri. Looking for Hughes. Headed away by Peirce. Fleming coming together with Chipo.
He's still on a badge.
Well, Horsfield certainly had no excuse to be offside because he was last man looking along the line, and he doesn't think he was. Eden to Marcella. Horsfield running again, this time with Marcus Hall.
That's one area of the field where I don't fancy Jeff Horsfield in a sprint, in a race. But he's proved his worth today. Showed out for everything. Held things up, and got his own midfield players back into play, and what's more important, give his strike partner two great opportunities.
Offside. Hughes. Chipo gives chase. Green's header to Safri. Came over the top of Horsfield successfully there. Peirce. Edworthy. Looking long towards Condit. Has he gone up front now?
Just going to say, yeah, just
centre forward.
himself up to the centre forward position.
Making it difficult for Fleming.
Obviously what they're going to do and try and get some aerial pag and him getting touch-ons and hope that Joachim and Lee Hughes coming off either side of him.
Having won the throw-in.
I think Tony, if you'll enjoy that, it'll be a relief getting away from Horsfield.
Safri. Fowler. Edworthy. Up towards Konjic. Beaten to it in the air, though, by Pearce. Looking for Horsfield to run in behind Marcus Hall. Well, it's only
what he's done
Hall with a swinging arm there. Just how solid the contact was, I'm not sure. It's going to be a card for Horsfield. It is proper felt, shall we say. It was a sort of clip around the ear, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yellow card.
And deservedly. As I said earlier about that game, I saw him play for Fulham when he got sent off, having scored 2 goals. It might just be a little bit of a flaw in his makeup, but he is a very, very competitive player, as we've seen today.
But Birmingham City are about to lose a competitive player because Darren Pearce, who's been soldiering on with some kind of injury, is coming off. I think he's not been quite himself since he took that blow in the face from the back of Joachim's head 5 minutes ago. Birmingham City are going to bring on the teenage Frenchman, Trésor Lontala. David Burrows is going to move in one alongside Steve Vickers at the heart of the defence, and Martin Granger will return to left back. Lontala will presumably come on the left of midfield. Now down to the boards a little bit with their squad strength at the moment. This is very nearly Coventry's first choice side. Joachim into the path of Carsley. Throw in.
You just wonder now with Konjic here, Konjic pushing up front, you know, losing one of the big headers.
And Pearce making his way to the dressing room. Here's Carsley. That's a useful cross. Away by Eden. Edworthy trying to keep the move alive. And can't. So, goal kick. Who's your man of match, a nationwide man of the match this afternoon, Ron?
Close call, but for me, Horsfield's given Birmingham everything. He's held the ball up, he's been strong in there, he's created the chances for his partner Marcelo, and it's looked a great combination. Marcelo's taken his 2 chances excellently, but I think Horsfield is the man that's really has been the spirit leader for them today.
Nationwide man of the match is Jeff Horsfield, and first to congratulate him, I'm sure, the man who's overtaken him as Birmingham City's leading goal scorer today, Marcelo.
Been some good Birmingham performances, though. In fact, I'd say they haven't had I can't think of anybody that's been, I would think, less than 7 out of 10 today.
Fleming penalised. And in a sense, Coventry were too, because the advantage rule would have suited them in that instance. Safri up towards Konjic, jumping against Granger, not directing his header well enough. Now everybody knows. Standing ovation for Ron, I think. Or maybe it's for Horsfield.
I hope he didn't go and do anything stupid now. I was just thinking when he went into that.
I saw your name linked with this job this morning, by the way, in
You're
one
having
paper.
a laugh,
I'm sorry. You were described as a babysitter.
What particular night?
But David Gold has said that Mick Mills and Jim Barron will be in charge for the foreseeable future. I don't quite know what that means in football. About 5 minutes, I think.
I was going to say your next match. And to be fair, they say you're as good as your last match. And if this, I mean, the credentials have looked good after today. I know the points accumulation before that wasn't so good, but today they put on the field, they put a side on the field that's performed very well and very organised. That's the thing that's impressed me about it today.
I don't think Karen Brady would let you sit her baby either.
I'm still curious to know what happened in their household last weekend.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a foul. Well, it was a handball.
Jumped up and hit Konjic. Lintala put in possession by Fowler.
Does that lad not know it's a local derby and Blues need the points?
Crossed in by Safri. There is a flag up.
I tell you what, Coventry are now disappointed me. I expected an awful lot more from them. You know, funnily enough, these were two of the sides I thought would be right in the mix, and I still think they will be at the end of the season because nobody's really shooting away with this league at all.
They'll be calmed for the moment, though, Coventry City.
Yeah.
Got David Thompson to come back from suspension. Richard Shaw's injured today. Keith O'Neill is not quite fit, but as I say, this is pretty much their first choice lineup. Woodhouse into Horsfield. Well played by Carsley. Fowler. Headed away by Vickers. Safri. Joachim. On by Konjic. Joachim wide to Chipo. Birmingham City keeping Coventry City at arm's length. Konjic trying to jump against Granger and fouling him. Birmingham City moved into 5th place in the First Division table when they beat Gillingham here back on the 23rd of October, 25th of November today, and they haven't won in that period. Just 2 league points have come their way in that month. That's how critical the scoreline is for them today.
That's a good ball. That is a beautiful ball.
Granger into Eden, who'd done well to come across from the opposite flank. Granger might still get a chance to cross. Eden might get a chance to cross. Safri pinches it. Now Joachim. Chipo. Tyler over elaborating on by Hughes. Konjic, Safri. Burrows is there. He's had a solid match. Edworthy. Just haven't found any spark, Coventry City at all. It's a goal line clearance by Fleming from Hughes at 1-0 in the first half was important. Mick Mills' team are deserving of their lead. Beaten in the high courts on Thursday, but winners today, Birmingham City, and maybe the start of something better. Horsfield made the goals, Marcelo scored them both. Birmingham City's first win for a month.